Well, Nana, I know that you immigrated to this country, and I am
Yeah,
first generation. So I'd like to hear more about your immigration story. 'Cause I actually haven't heard that from you, come to think of it.
yeah. Um, my story is very adventurous. It's an adventure for me, being also a first generation. Um, yeah, I'm I'm a traveler. I've been all around most part of the world, seeking opportunity of life. Um,
Okay,
mo-
Nana,
mo-
Nana, I'm gonna help you with this. I want you to say your full name. Tell
okay.
me how long you have been here in Boulder, Colorado,
Mhm.
and then when she asks you a question, you re-say the question, and then you tell us.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So yeah.
Um, so I was born in the U.S. and I have been in Boulder for about 11 years now, and that means that I don't really have an immigration story. I know a lot about my parents and my experience with them. Can you tell me, because I haven't really heard this from you, what your story is, and do you remember when you left your home country and how long you've been here in Boulder?
Yeah. I've been in Boulder um, for about 7 years now, and um, I was born in Ghana, West Africa, and the first I remember the day I left was 2012. Um, I came here to witness a wedding um, that my brother was having. I was the best man. So I came here and witnessed the ceremony, and after that, I was here. I wanted to kind of test the waters, um, finding a soccer team to see how it's gonna work for me. So I started moving around, finding team to see if that I have an opportunity in this country. So it looks like there was not any opportunity, and I had to leave back. And I got to the airport. Something happened that it's I still think about it every day, and I think about it as an opportunity or not. Was it good or not good? I'm still I still think about it every day. But I got to the airport that I wanted to fly out back to my country, and I got there and I was told I'm not allowed to board on the plane, and my ticket was fake.
Wow.
So um, I was just like, what? I was just overwhelmed that day, and um, I had to. They asked me if I want to leave that day, then I have to issue another ticket, which was like almost $5,000. So I didn't have that money then, so I just um, had to find my way around, and um, actually I got stuck here. I got stuck here in this country because I couldn't leave back and I couldn't afford a ticket that time. So um, I end up overstaying with my visa, um, and I had to go see some lawyers and try to kind of find a way out, because if I go, I knew if I leave, I can leave. I will not be able to come back in here again. So I had to find an opportunity and a way out, and I knew I couldn't come back here again. So I just thought I could find a way to have some form of a paperwork that can allow me to come back. Cause so I end up trying to find opportunities. So I end up staying that long, and I wanted to try and go to school, and that was not an opportunity because I didn't have the right paperwork, and that was hard. That was hard times for me.
And so that is a pretty unique story, and that's something that's part of the conversation here is how is your story unique, and I've
Hmm.
never heard of such a situation before. So you kind of got stuck in a place that you wanted to be
Yeah,
in.
I mean, I was not intentionally like want to stay here. I mean, 12 years ago, I used to come back and come back. I'll come here and stay for few few days. I was a pro soccer player. I was playing in Germany, so I came here for the wedding and wanted to go back to go to my team, and I got stuck the day that I wanted to leave, and maybe it's something unique that maybe the country it didn't they didn't like this was the time. Like you can't go. You have something here to offer people, or you have something to do here. You have a purpose in this country. Because I was not planning. Maybe I could have seen myself living in Belgium or Germany, because I was there most of the time. So.
So, I guess that's the question is, we talk about like what do immigrants contribute to the United States, and you're saying you have a purpose. Do you feel that way, and what do you contribute to the U.S.?
Yeah, I feel the purpose of community development, trying to bring people together, being like a center of the energy and the fire between communities, bringing people together. I didn't know this till a lot of people were sharing that to me. Like there'll be a program and people really want me to be there because of my energy and what I put out there, and the bond that people have. It's like, wow, I didn't really think about that. Like I could be so much, I could contribute so much into people's life, and I was like, people tell me I'm very intuitive because I could read and I could understand, I could feel how people are feeling, stepping in people's shoes, and not a lot of people could do that. Like be able to have a conversation that could just bring everything out of you, and understanding what people are going through, stress, emotions, and stuff like that. And that's very unique, that people tell me all the time. And so it helped me. I didn't know that. I feel like when I was in Ghana, my country, I feel like everybody had that. But when I came to start trying to make a life here and meeting people, talking to people, I found that it's really unique. That a lot of people have that. So
I think it is unique, and it's something that when we first met, I left that conversation saying, "Oh, I'm so excited." And one of the things that I really have come to appreciate about you is the way that you work with children, also with kids. And when I watch the videos, we do folk football together. You coach, and you're the biggest kid on the field every time, and you don't mind going in and taking the ball from a kid and then saying it's my turn now, and treating kids that way. I think is so important. Really seeing the value and what they bring to the field, and saying, I'm going to treat you like I treat myself, and we're going to play, and we're going to be equals right now on this field. And you share a lot of wisdom about what you can do on the field together and what you can accomplish emotionally as well. Some of that you shared the first time we met, and you shared a lot when we were at practice too. But that's my favorite thing is when you talk about we're going to work out our problems on the field.
Of course.
And, what do you think happens with kids who are kind of coming from other countries, or whose parents come from other countries when they're on the field at folk football? Do you notice anything?
Yeah, I noticed a lot of things when we have diversity meeting together in one place, and there's a lot of insecurity being an immigrant in this country and being a person of color. So when people meet with other ethnicity, other people of color, they feel insecure about what people think about of them. So when I see that kind of like step out from that and I see what is going on, I think it helps me to know that we are all one, and when we see each other as equal, it helps the other person know that they are not left alone, or the people don't look down upon them. So, and also Boulder being part of it, like being part of a soccer team, being the only black person or being the only person of color, you always look down upon. Or if you are not looked down upon, you feel that in your heart, because you feel like you don't belong there, because everybody looks the same and you look different. And a lot of kids notice that they look different because of how they look, their skin color. So in that, I could feel the same as with the parents, sharing the same, maybe living in the community, living in an apartment. living in a society where they feel like they are the only people there. So they bring that insecurity with them on the field. So when they see other people just like them, then it's up to me as a coach to acknowledge that, to see that, and to address that. That, hey, we know that we are all one. So this time is we need to share, we need to connect, we need to be equal, to treat each other fair. And so I think when you tap into their insecurities, pointing it out there, like, we understand you, we love you, and we appreciate you being around, that makes them feel comfortable. It's like, yes, I think I belong. I'm in the right place. So you have to be a diversity person. You have to be a person of color to understand that. Because I've been there, and I've looked down upon myself in the team, and people have looked down upon me. So that is something that I think we all need to educate people of color and or Americans, that it doesn't matter what a person look like. We still one, and we need colors. When there's colorful stuff. If somebody wears red, somebody wears blue, green, yellow, that's the rainbow colors. The rainbow is not solid. It's different colors. So we need to see ourselves as a rainbow.
Yeah, and I think this is something that you bring out in people too, is this ability to take their insecurity and be vulnerable.
Exactly.
And you make it into play, right?
Yes.
And one of my favorite things is to say play is an act of revolution, that we need to do things that are more playful, also for the health of our communities, right?
Yes.
Because our communities really suffer when we have that stress and we hold these things in and we don't let it out somewhere.
Exactly.
And not everybody can just talk about it the way that I go talking about it. And I think that those are some of the very unique talents that you bring to the environment when we play. I loved the very first time I was telling Rosanna earlier, when we talk about, I personally, growing up with my dad, he's an immigrant, and everything became work when he came to this country. So I never saw him play. I never saw him laugh. But people told me, his brothers told me, his mom told me when we visited India, and I thought, who are you talking about? Because that's not my dad.
Yeah.
And then I saw all of these parents laughing and playing, and I noticed their children saying, that's different. That's something new. So encouraging that play feels so critical to the healing and to the safety of our populations as well.
Yeah, it's true. I really enjoy seeing parents, because the mainstream is parents who take their kids to a playground or take their kids to a team, a soccer game, and they will sit down as the mainstream, sit down and watch. And I know there's a little kid in everybody. You just have to tap it out sometime. Even they don't realize, people don't realize they have that in them. So what I want to do is have a path, or put it out there that parents can also play, So when we start doing that, we started with the soccer. I see parents, as soon as parents get there, they kind of have their own kind of what they do. You move to the side and have the kid. They push the kid. Okay, it's time for you to go play. And the parents kind of organize themselves and have blanket and chairs and sit and watch. And I just sat there and I was like, no, this is not right. If this is a community and this is what we're trying to put out there, maybe we should find a different line for parents to know that they are not outdated. Like, they can still play. And we tried that on the soccer field when we invited all the parents to play the kid. And it was just amazing. I could just see parents just like their eyes were so filled with love and excitement and joy, and I was like, oh my God, like, wow, this is amazing. This is like therapy. And all the stress and all the anxiety, all the emotions running through their head just went down. And I quite remember in Ghana, I was playing with my big brothers, uncles and ladies, aunties, just on the streets. In the middle of the streets, we put small goals, and all the people in the neighborhood would just jump in, and I just I was just like so excited to see my big brothers play with me. I thought they can play, and I kind of when I started doing having all the kids and parents playing, and it set me back. I start thinking, this is the time, and I had memories of what I was when I was a kid. I was being excited to see my big brothers and my uncles and my dad just like running around, you know. And I feel like this is something that Americans don't have, and we are always in the mainstream. When people go to the play theater, um, they all sit, somebody perform and they clap. In Africa, it's not like that. My country, everybody is part of that. It's like cooking. Everybody's part of it. It's not you somebody sitting or you performing and clapping. We all enjoy together, and we dance and we play for hours and hours.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's true for India too, right? You go to a Bollywood movie, everybody's dancing in the aisle and singing,
Yeah.
and it's just normal.
Normal.
How can you not? That's the
Yeah.
point, you know.
Yeah.
And it's an outlet, and it's a way of engaging with the movie.
With the movie, yeah.
I think that this is something that you've identified that's very unique to what you bring to this environment, is that there's soccer in particular. We have this opportunity to bring the things that we grew up with, and that our parents, in my case, parents grew up with, and it doesn't have to be this big formal wear the uniform and get the cleats and all of that. It's just bring the culture with you, bring yourself.
Exactly.
And so you've been playing soccer. What is special about soccer?
Yeah, there's a lot of amazing things in soccer. It's so special. It's very dear to me. I feel soccer has helped me with my development in life, bonding with people, able to express your emotions in a game, sharing with people, because soccer is all about sharing, working together as a community, as a people, as a group, and being a team player, making better decisions, learning from your decisions or your flaws, and having an achievement, getting excited, working out, being healthy, being in a healthy environment, being part of a positive, being around positive people, learning how to deal with stuff, learning about your emotions, controlling your emotions. Because let's put it in this scenario: one person have the ball, and you are part of a team. So as you are sharing passes, passing each other in a field, connecting passes together, it's just like sharing. Because you can never be greedy with soccer. Soccer is not meant for one person. It's a community thing. It's a working together as a team. So if I have the ball, I put all my trust in that ball. If I pass you the ball, I know I trust you, and that if I give you the ball is like giving something unique out, releasing your emotions out, and also supporting, because you have to pass and be a supporter for the person. So we cushion each other to success.
That's incredible.
So it's I feel like there's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of exciting things behind it that people just see the physical aspect of it, but it brings a lot, because it's emotions. If I can able to give you the ball, people are very scared of releasing or letting something out. So if you hold the ball, especially playing a tournament like a final World Cup, that the best player on the field thinks when he has the ball, he's gonna be he can do a lot, but it's up to him to pass it, to connect with other people to win the game. So he thinks he's the best, and the other people are not good. But he releasing the ball, or she releasing the ball to a different teammate, it's just like giving our love, because I'm trusting you to give you this, and you just doing the same thing to other person and supporting each other. So soccer is just I've played a lot in my life, learning a lot from it, and helping me in my life, staying out of trouble. Because in Ghana, you can easily fall out in the wrong hands with the wrong group, and being on the field every day, 4 o'clock, everybody meets on the field, and we serve as a bond. If you have a problem with somebody, you express it on the field. I give you the ball and you give it back to me. And after a game, after a training, we settle our differences.
Okay.
Yeah, and we are good to go.
I love that. And I think everything you said, does that sound unique to you in the way that you view soccer and the way that you've experienced soccer in the U.S.?
Yeah, I think U.S. Is developing a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of development which is going on, and they still have more to catch up with. Soccer is competing a lot. There's a lot of soccer is big all around the world. U.S. is not, and I feel like there's a lot of development going on. And the World Cup, which is coming on, was it 2022? Will will encourage people to understand and enjoy and love the game. So since when you start from the elementary or the young age and you reach like U19, that's it. There's no opportunity. There's not enough opportunity out there. So I think we need the U.S. needs to the States needs to push soccer to that level towards professional level. They need to push it. They need to find a lot of path for the kids growing up. Because when you see all the kids are playing, and when they get to that age, they give up. There's not a lot of opportunity. So from college level, we should have a lot of branches that people can go to help. So we don't give that kind of talent out, you know. As if handball is getting bigger, lacrosse is getting bigger, we need to also invest in soccer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not got the same value here as it does around the world.
Yes.
And that's something that like touches on the it's a diaspora sport. So you were playing in Germany,
Yes.
and you're from Ghana originally, right? And this was like one of the big jokes about the World Cup, the last World Cup, was that the people who won they're not necessarily from the country, they're immigrants, right? And so this is something you have to acknowledge.
Yeah.
I mean, so tell me, like, what is that concept about when we celebrate immigrants when they win something for us, and we don't necessarily treat immigrants great otherwise?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. This United States is formed by immigrants. There's a lot of immigration, people from all over the world, kind of like help structure this country. So, like what you say with the World Cup, all immigrants, 90% of the team was immigrants, and from different countries. So this shows us a lot. This puts it out there. It projects that immigrants can also put something out there, can also do something for their country. So it's up to us to acknowledge that immigration of people of color can also be accepted.
Yeah.
So.
And this brilliant thing that you said about it's about letting go and learning to love and trusting people, and knowing that this is what immigrants are bringing through soccer and through other outlets too. I think this is the beginning maybe of accepting that as well, that we can be loving and connected in that way.
Yes. It's true. Yeah, we could be. We just have to trust. We are putting our trust out there for everybody to help support immigration and immigrants, because we all come with unique things. Like I come with something else. Somebody else, like you, Nami, you come with something special. Other person comes with something special. So together, we're looking to strive a better community, and because if I can teach, if I can put what I'm doing, if I have people around me who are not immigrants, will learn and tap from me. So it's like tapping from each other in the angle, or finding a connection, learning from a unique source. I mean, because I feel like when you meet somebody from Ghana, you might have somebody who is a soccer player, you might find similar differences, because everybody, we grew up, when we were a kid, we grew up with that. So I feel like everybody have their unique thing that they can also contribute to make a country great. So,
That's beautiful. Thank you, Nana.
you're welcome.